Had to turn down some stuff. Okay. Good morning. It's foodie time. Hello. Hello. It's Taco Tuesday, y'all. And I saw Ryan's taco video on Go Live Together today. That's the live that comes on before this live. And oh my gosh, Ryan, I've got to try that. That taco recipe looks so good. Oh my gosh. But anyway, my name is Vicky, and this is the Foodie Time Chat. We are a connect and grow chat. In other words, if you come into our chat, you can give us your link and we'll support your channel, and hopefully you will do the same with ours. It's a win-win situation. But if you're here for the replay, be sure to say hashtag replay so I have a chance to say hello to you and connect you with the rest of the community if possible, if you're a creator. Now we have a lot of different people that come to our chat. Most of the people are creators, YouTube creators. Some of the people are supporters, and we love our supporters because hey, they come just to support us. That is so freaking awesome. But anyway, uh, Foodie Time comes on every day at 10 o'clock a.m. I realized today when I was looking at my thumbnail that I don't have that on the thumbnail. I have to change that as soon as I can. It's been a very, very busy day for me so far. In fact, that's one of the reasons I had to practically fly into the seat today, chasing down my puppy to put him, excuse me, keep calling him or her, put him into the playpen so that he doesn't do something crazy like, who knows, chew on the windowsills while I'm on the chat. Don't you just love new puppies? Oh my gosh. But anyway, you guys. So it's cold here today in Louisville, Kentucky. That's where I'm at. And it's like 31 degrees. We've had flooding in Kentucky. You've probably heard it on the news. So it's a weird situation. A lot of the water, of course, is frozen. And now people have really cold water flooding their area. So not only that, we have Derby Festival at this time in April, starts and goes until the Derby, the Kentucky Derby. And usually we have a opening ceremony that's Thunder over Louisville, one of the largest, I think it is the largest fireworks display in America, in the United States. Let me put that another way. So that was canceled. Still a whole lot of Derby Festival things going on, though, but that was canceled because of the flooding down at the river. And that's normally where they have the fireworks. In fact, it's a really beautiful thing. They do like fireworks, they're coming off the bridges and everything. It's a thing that a lot of people in the area come to see at this time, the Saturday coming up. Well, now that they had to cancel their plans and everything, everybody's really bummed out in Kentucky. This is part of our tourism for the whole year. I mean, Derby kind of makes up for everything else during the year. I mean, we have other festivals and we have other things that go on here, but that's the one that is most popular. The second one most popular thing in Louisville is the bourbon festivals. Kentucky, known for bourbon, fireworks, and horses. We wouldn't be gamblers, of course, but anyway, so that's how things are going so far. Our Derby Festival is starting off with a meh kind of situation. And there also is an air show. So I like the air show. I've gone to that, and normally we have pretty good weather on this day, but like I say, this week it's going to be chilly. So it's probably just as well. I don't know. People still come out for the freaking fireworks anyway. But if you're in the area and you were planning to come to Thunder, know now it has been canceled. I'm sorry to say. Hi, everybody. I guess I better start saying hello to people in the chat here. I see the first person in chat. It was Denise. And Denise said, popping in to say hi. I'll catch the replay. She's catching Z's. She just got off from work and she's tired. And thank you, Denise, for coming and showing up anyway into the chat. She's such a sweetie pie. But thank you. Next in the chat is Coca Culture. Oh, hi. One of the nerd herd. I was over there the other night Zach. Good morning, Miss Vicky. Welcome to Foodie Time, Coker. Uh, you guys, I watched you guys for a while. You guys crack me up. And I'm kind of curious why you're called the Nerd Herd. I don't know. I am a former programmer, business analyst from my corporate days, and I was called a nerd and a geek and a few other things. But like I said, it doesn't bother me. That's just who I am. I do like that kind of stuff. So there you go. Good morning and welcome, Scotty J Travels. Welcome to Foodie Time. Hi. Good morning. Whoop, whoop. Scotty J, I know sooner or later I'm going to meet you. It seems like you travel a lot. I travel a lot. We're probably going to meet each other. It's a thing, right? So everybody's saying hello. Life with Lucia and Glenn. Hi, Lucia. The GLT Ray. Lucia, I saw that you're going on the cruise with, I have really not planned too many cruises, you guys. It's been crazy few months and everything. Y'all know the story. But I haven't planned any cruises, so watching everybody else plan cruises is making me think, maybe I better start planning some cruises, I am planning to go to one in 2027, the one that's the Valentine's Day cruise. That one looks pretty exciting to me because it's Valentine's Day. The cruise of love. We'll call it the love cruise. The love cruise on the Celebration. So celebrate good times. Come on. The cruise song that everybody's familiar with. That's what I call it. The cruise song, Celebration. Okay, everybody's saying hello, hello, Scott. GLT Ray, Scott from Arizona. Hi, sweetie. It is 7:00 in Arizona, dude. Man, you are an early morning person, but I can't talk. I was on Eddie's show this morning. I got to tell y'all something really funny. Okay. I have had trouble sleeping, because of grief and all that stuff. And you wake up not being able to sleep. But my daughter gave me a magic gummy last night. Knocked me straight out. Knocked me straight out. I was laughing about it. I said, okay, that's funny. Wait till I'm retired to try stuff that's, not in my normal yeah. I had to tell y'all that. That's kind of funny. But yeah, magic gummies. But anyway, Captain Billy J Travels. Hi, Billy. Ahoy there, everybody. Ahoy there, Vicky. The real captain is here. Captain Billy J. He comes in with a full announcement of his rank. Anyway, hello and welcome. How everybody's saying hello. Lucia saying good morning. 21 days to the Asia cruise. Girl, 21 days. All you people who travel away from here. Oh my gosh. But you know what? I'm living vicariously through you. There's no way I'm going to be going on an Asia cruise anytime soon. So I'm excited for both of us. I'm excited that you're going. I'm excited that you're paying for it. I'm just going to watch the vlogs. Okay. I'm going to enjoy the Asia vlog. So I'm excited for us. And we just signed up to go on the booze cruise. I saw that. Now that's in my group cruise list. So I'm getting ahead of myself if I tell you anything about the booze cruise. We'll get to that. But yeah, the booze cruise of which booze cruise is the 3.0 or is it the 4.0? I think it's the 4.0, the one that Eddie Luco is doing. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to look at that and see which one it is. And it's Scott, you better be there. Scott can't be everywhere. He has to worry about his PTO. I totally get that. I mean, I don't have to worry about PTO anymore. But once upon a time, man, every last day of my PTO was a travel. It was a vacation. It was a cruise. It was just leaving town. So, I live in Kentucky. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to leave town, y'all. So Scott will probably be there if he can. I understand, Scott. If you don't make it, I don't know if I will be on any of the booze cruise. I'm looking at them though. I think, That one is probably on the Viva. I'll have to check one in a few minutes when we do the group cruises. But I haven't been on an NCL ship in a long time, so it's been a while. Hello, 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 hello. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Savage Batman, Savage Batman, Batman. Hey, Vicky, welcome to the chat, Savage Batman. Yeah. Uh, we had to change some things, man. Here we can't even do thunder over Louisville now. I know that you don't worry about that up in Gotham area, but it's sad for us. Okay, it's sad. It was one of our most important things. Derby is our most important festival, so there you go. But I'm not going to get too bummed about it, y'all. So they're saying hello to each other, and I just made the whole chat flip, y'all. It isn't hard to do. Goodness. Okay. Scott, Lucian, Glenn, Billy. Ahoy there, Scottsdale Scott. Okay, how come he doesn't have any kind of title, Billy? I mean, Anyway, I know you give one to Ryan, so I'm just assuming that you do some titles. Oh, see, Billy J said nerd to Zach, but anyway, so ocean to ocean travel, welcome in. Good morning, everybody, everyone. Yeah, Savage gives us Gotham titles. I received a mayor title of Gotham, and that's pretty exciting. I love Batman, by the way. Savage Batman says, "Oh no," Billy says, "Ahoy there, Coco Culture nerd." Savage Batman says, "Hey Gotham President Scott, how's Gotham been since I went on vacation?" So that's where you were. You went on vacation. Well, hey, I'm glad you went on vacation, Batman. But you know what? We're going to still get you on a cruise. Batman's never been on a cruise. We're going to get you on one of these group cruises coming up so that we can meet you. And there's Jeremy and Cheryl cruising is fun anytime. The GLT raid. Whoop, whoop. Hi, you guys. Welcome to the chat. I heard you guys talking to Lucia. I mean, this is me. I'm trying to run around, catch the dog, put him in the playpen, finish eating breakfast, all kinds of stuff right before. But I'm listening to everything. I'm not commenting a lot, but I'm listening to everything that was discussed today. I listened to everybody's plans for cruises and I cried. I want to go on a cruise, y'all. I've got to plan a cruise, but I also have to plan a regular trip because I promised Jorge that we would go on a regular trip, meaning either an all-inclusive or to Vegas or to Puerto Rico because he's from Puerto Rico. So, and that's probably why I haven't, that and the grief, and all that other stuff. I haven't really thought too much about where we're going this year. We were possibly going on Ryan's group cruise, but that kind of went down the tubes when I realized that my family thinks that they're having Thanksgiving at my house this year due to the fact that nobody else will do it. But and I didn't really want to do it. I won't lie to you guys. I didn't want to do it. But the situation, I feel bad for my father's sister. She's the only one left out of 6 children. She's not the youngest either. The youngest was a guy, and he passed before everybody else did. But I feel bad that my family is going through so much crisis. We've lost so many people in the last year. So I'm going to be holding Thanksgiving dinner here. Yeah, Ryan. And I feel so bad because I kept saying to Ryan, we're going to do it. I was really feeling like I'm going to get on the World America. It did not happen that way, dear. So I don't know. I'm going to try and catch your next trip. Let's see what your next group cruise is going to be. But anyway, so off of that GLT raid. Yes, you guys are wonderful. Hats on a mission. Oh, Angie. Angie, whatever floats your boat, otherwise known as Floaty Boaty by Scott. She says, hey, y'all still in bed? Girl, I hope you feel better. I was thinking about you last night because sometimes at nighttime, Angie and I were talking to each other back and forth on Messenger. And I was saying to her, I said, get some rest. But she had so much stuff she had to do yesterday, and I hope everything went well with your hubby. Uh, I know that sometimes, we end up spending a lot of time taking care of family because that's who we are, but we end up, neglecting our own health. It's not a good thing. Always take care of you. It's just like they say on the airplane, put on your air first, okay? So that you can help others. Can you imagine if somebody puts on their kids' little uh, air cuffs or whatever and they end up passing out? So it's a good thing that people listen to that, I assume. I haven't had to do that yet, knock on wood. I hope I never see them suckers drop out. That will probably give me a heart attack right there. Can you imagine? You're on the plane and all of a sudden the air thing pops out and the captain is talking and you're thinking, oh, yeah. Has anybody ever had that happen to them? I mean, I know that probably not a lot of things that make the air pressure or whatever go wrong in a plane, but that would be something to see that. I don't want to see that. I don't like getting on planes that it is, but there you go. But anyway, welcome, Angie. Sorry, I went totally off the rails there. Hats on a mission. Hey, Jeremy, hats on a mission. I love hats on a mission. I'm so glad that you are up to the point where you can do lives because that ought to be really interesting. Jeremy knits. And I wish I knew how to knit, but I only know how to crochet. One of these days, maybe we'll all be on the cruise. And like you guys say, you knit on the Lido. I would love to learn how to knit. So maybe y'all can show me how to knit and I can add that to my repertoire of crochet. But anyway, so if you type hashtag grow, as he typed grow, if you type hashtag grow, it will show your link, dear. And thank you for testing Nightbot because I was wondering if you didn't type hashtag girl, what would happen, but you have to type hashtag girl. Floaty Booty, Batman. I like to share the stream. Batman, you're so freaking awesome. Oh my God, thank you for that. Thank you. Because when we invite other creators, it helps everybody. It helps them. It helps us. It helps me. It's like a win-win-win situation. So yes, thank you very much. And everybody, please pass this to another creator that needs help because most people don't think about this, but every time that you share a live with a creator, you're helping them out because they're meeting new people, getting new attention, getting new subs, getting to see somebody else's channel and joining another community. YouTube is a very community oriented social media. It's not like Facebook where everything is individual. Not that I can tell. I mean, I think I started out individual and probably most people did. They didn't really know a community. But here's the thing, the more communities that you know and the more people that you help on YouTube, it comes back full circle. So share a chat, share this chat. Share a chat with other people and also become part of a new community. Okay. Batman says Gotham has been safe and sound. Well, thank you for that, Batman. Thank you for keeping Gotham safe and sound. Coca Culture, our very first live show, we were trying to come up with a name for Jason's subscribers. And we said the Nerd Herd. And we just felt like it was a great name for our show because we talk all things nerdy. Well, that's good. Everybody needs a topic. And as you may have noticed, most of our communities talk about cruising and vacationing and planes and, ports, everything. We talk about everything that has to do with cruising. Sometimes we talk about vacations. I'm always talking about Curacao. I have a client who is going, I'm a TA, I should say that I'm not a lawyer, but I have a client who is going to the Curacao in May. I'm so excited. And you guys, I'm not going, obviously, but and he's not even a YouTube creator, although I've been trying my best to get him to do it because the dude takes awesome vacations. But he's going to Curacao, and y'all know me that is like my dream place. I love Curacao and keep thinking I'm going to move there one day. So I'm waiting to see how that turns out. I have not been able to convince Mr. Soto to go to Curacao, but it's on my bucket list for things I need to talk to him about. To go there for a week or so and just really kind of get to know it more. But yeah, I love Curacao. So, and I've only been there one time, but sometimes you land in places that feel like they're so familiar to you. Like maybe you lived there in another life or something. I don't know. But when I hit Curacao, it hit me like Aruba did not affect me that way. Okay, I don't know why, but Curacao, the people and the stuff we did and the beach, everything was so beautiful and wonderful. You guys, that's my dream for me to move or at least have a summer home. It's 84 degrees here in Curacao when it's like 10 degrees in Kentucky. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. So I do think that if I have the opportunity somehow to go there every year, that would be really nice. Okay, there you go. Hashtag grow. Thank you, Hats on a Mission, for connecting with our community. Yay. Thank you for testing Nightbot. Savage Batman. Oh, I just realized Scott said Gotham has been safe and sound, Batman. I'm sorry, Scott. I can't read real well today. My contacts are on their last day, I'm sure, because I'm way past the last day. Those of you who wear contacts know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so that's good, Scott. Savage Batman says, I'm back in Gotham now, Scott. It looks better now when I took some time off, Scott. I'm glad you took some time off, Batman. Anyway, Zach says of Coca Culture, hold up, Floaty Bodie is here. She is, but she's resting. She is here, and I didn't notice. Good morning, Angie. She says she's still in bed because she's been sick, and we want her to get rest. Rest is so important. I keep saying this. You guys get rest. I appreciate you coming, but get your rest too. And Floaty Bodie says, I'm here. Hi, Coker. And Angie works hard. She's always doing something, and she's always on chats. She's like Scott. I see her a lot. And I'm like, Angie, good going. You're getting out there, meeting new people, connecting with new communities. Never a bad thing. Ocean to Ocean says, love those magic gummies. I'm going to tell you something, Bruce. I have never, and I mean, I have never had one of those before. Okay. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, this is one of those things. I'm a senior. Okay. This is one of those things where you say, okay, where have these been all my life? I mean, I slept so good, y'all. This morning, my husband was talking to me. He gets up early and goes to work. He works in a court. He's a deputy sheriff. And he was talking to me, and I was thinking to myself, I understand what he's saying today. Normally, when he's talking to me when he wakes up, I don't even remember him having the conversation. But this morning, I was wide awake at about 7:15. I even caught Eddie's show, and I had fallen to sleep after eating that gummy at about 10:30 last night. So I got a really good amount of sleep, at least 8 hours. And you guys just don't know. I haven't been sleeping. So thank you to my daughter, my younger daughter. She's a little more adventurous than the rest of them. She's funny to me. But yeah, she was like, Mom, I got the perfect thing for you. Okay. When I told her that I wasn't sleeping, because she kept saying to me, what's wrong with you? You're not yourself. And I'm like, yeah, what's been going on. But I guess everybody expects that, about a month out, it's not even been a month out since Dad passed, by the way, but they're thinking that you're getting better as time's going on. But sometimes, they just really don't see what all's going on. So she started recognizing that maybe something was wrong. You guys, yesterday I went to my physical, and I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is I am now only pre-diabetic. I used to be diabetic and I'm going the other direction. Yay! That's the good news. The bad news is I have a blood disease, or I have a trait of a blood disease called thalassemia minor B. And it seems that for some reason my hemoglobin dropped to 9.9. And my doctor was like, okay, that's a little drastic. Now we're going to have to start testing you for everything. So they started testing me for everything to make sure I'm not bleeding somewhere. And then they're talking about doing the thing where you go down your throat. I'm like, okay, hold up, wait a minute. Look, I said, maybe I can get the blood level to go up by myself. I don't need all that. When they start talking about doing tests on you, see, I've already had a colonoscopy because that was the first thing on her list. Well, we probably needed to. No, we don't. I do enough of those. Thank you very much. And we just had one last year. So when they start to notice your blood level drop, even though you have a blood disease, they will start asking for you to take all these tests. And I try to be proactive on my health. Like I said, I study food. I do. I study food as a healing thing, food to heal. Um, I'm not into medications. I'm so not into those CT scans and MRIs and all that stuff. I don't like all that stuff. So anyway, I gotta talk about the skillet thing again. I don't know if Denise is listening, but I gotta talk about cooking in a skillet and getting the iron into the food. And I'm gonna do it sometime today. I just gotta take a minute or two to really pull myself together and make something in a skillet, like some chili or something like that, y'all. Some to absorb some iron into my body. So that was the bad news. Okay, you guys are talking. Savage Batman says, I was on YouTube vacation, Vicky. Oh, I get it. I needed Scott to hold the fort down, and he really, really did. Okay. Scott is good at that, by the way. Oh, thank you guys. It says, thank you for liking this chat. Thumbs up, y'all. Thank you so much. Please like if you haven't, but those who have already liked, thank you and bless you for remembering that. Nightbot reminds me, which is always a good thing. Okay. Somebody said, hey, Cruising Capers, which means I missed Cruising Capers. Hello, where are y'all at? Hi. Sometimes I'm rolling down this chat and I'm just missing whole sections of stuff. I'm sorry, you guys. Sorry in advance. Cruising Capers, Bernice, hello. Welcome to the chat, sweetie. How are you doing? Are you thinking about taking a cruise with us one of these years? I mean, I'm going to go over this group list in a minute and talk about some of the important cruises in our community. And I'm eyeballing them myself, trying to figure out which. I want to meet everybody, but I got to find the cruise where everybody is going. Look, and I don't know. So far, Lucia has said she's going on a cruise, on one of the booze cruise, and I know a lot of other people are going on that cruise. So maybe I can go on that cruise. I don't know. I'm gonna have to investigate that. It's a money situation, y'all. Okay, as I watch my income go down in my stock. Thinking, okay, we may have some problems with cruising in the near future, y'all, unless something drastic happens in the next few days. Fingers crossed. Anyway, yes, pray that something happens and we are going to be doing a lot better. Okay, pray something happens that makes our stock go back up again. Hey, Cruising Capers, Lucy Warren's World is giving me a emoji. Lucy, I heard about your family. Prayers for you, sweetie. I know how it is. Oh, I know how it is. When your family is in the hospital, it's just really drains you and people are going through stuff. So prayers for you, sweetie. Oh, hey, sugar. Bernice says she's funny. Kathy Mills, welcome to the chat. Good morning, GLT Rain. Kathy, welcome. I know you're going to be on at least one of those booze cruises. I don't know. Let me know if you have already signed up for one of the cruises. I'm kind of taking a list now. I wrote down Lucia on my group cruise list. So I'll know that in a few minutes here when I look at it. Okay. Hashtag Grill Billy J. Thank you for showing your link. Oh, Ron. Good day, y'all, from DeFam Adventures. Uh, I love it when you guys show up from Go Live and just pop in and say hello and everything. And we'll talk about these group cruises because, a lot of this stuff is coming up. I mean, faster than you realize. I don't know, Jeremy, I don't know if you guys have a day count yet on your next cruise, but it seems like you guys are not that far away from your next cruise. So is anybody cruising this summer? I think there is one, but like I said, I'm getting ahead of myself. Actually, I'm getting behind, y'all. It's already 10:31, and usually I try to do the group list at 10:30, but since I'm sort of behind here in the chat a little bit, Ron, Zach, thank you. Thank you, Zach, for showing your link. DeFam Adventures saying hello to everybody. Only if there was a cruise going there. Are you talking about the Curacao thing? See, that's the thing, though. Cruising, I believe, is a great way to taste test. Okay, taste test the cruise ship, taste test a port, taste test a cruise ship line. But as far as getting to know something, it's just not enough time, y'all. I need like a week. Okay. I need like a week in Curacao. So that is on my brain. I want to go to Curacao for a week, preferably when it's cold here, which is right now. It's 30 degrees here, 31 degrees. It's cold here right now. So anyway, so everybody's typing hashtag grow. Okay, Bruce and Cindy. Yes. I didn't know her name was Cindy. I think I saw that somewhere. Sorry about that, Bruce. I thought I saw that somewhere. Only if there was a cruise going there. Scotty J Travel saying hello to everybody and showing us his link. Bruce saying, hey, Ron. And then Billy J saying that there's that Scotty J Travels following me again. Yeah, Scotty is everywhere. He's becoming my go-to guy in chats. We saw each other in an unusual chat the other day. I was like, I have not been in that chat, but maybe twice. And there was Scotty. And I was like, oh my, he's got his little eyeballs out. Okay. And then it also tells you, please connect to Foodie's Food channel. I do reciprocal subs from there. So be sure to mention that you subscribe, though. Comment on there somewhere so I'll know to connect with your channel. Even if we've already connected on this channel, mention that you are there. There's the link for Foodie's Food Life. I will reciprocate. Okay, DeFam Adventures, if you tell me you were there. Otherwise, I ain't going to know. But DeFam Adventures says, Bruce, y'all getting excited yet? Oh, so Bruce is the one. Okay, I won't lie, just a little jealous. Okay, now you're making me think I got to read this. Okay. I'm doing the group list, y'all. Here we go. 2025 group cruises of our community. Hey, you got to pick one, y'all. We got to pick some cruises, at least one to go on. CNS Travels Vista by Carnival out of Port Canaveral, September 20th to the 28th of this year, non-group. Okay, that means anybody can book it. Jeremy and Cheryl go live together November 9th. I'm eyeballing that one, Cheryl, because now that I can't go on the Thanksgiving one, I was thinking maybe I could squeeze in a cruise before Thanksgiving. And that would give me a chance to meet y'all. So November 9th of 2025, non-group, MSC Seascape. And I haven't priced it, but I got a feeling the prices are much easier than everything else I've looked at from Galveston, Texas. Okay. Ryan of PK Ventures got the Gobble and Go. Ryan, Gobble and Go cruise November 22nd to the 29th of 2025. And it's out of Miami MSC World America. The World America, the brand new huge ship. And I mean huge. Okay. I've investigated it because I thought we were going on it. Thanksgiving week. So you don't have to cook. That's a really good incentive to go on a cruise, y'all. Don't have to cook. Man, I wish that was what I could do. You guys don't know. Rob, cruising on the high seas. Booze Cruise 3.0. There's the 3.0 version right there. Tampa. That's pretty easy to get to. Tampa, the Grandeur of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean, 10/25 to November 1st. Helping Hands for Cruising, a charitable cruise, okay? And not only that, rock and roll tribute cruise, y'all. Rock and roll tribute cruise. Let me say that one more time. Rock and roll tribute cruise. It's on the NCL Encore, November 29th through December 6th out of Miami, okay? Scotty J Travels, the Jubilee by Carnival out of Galveston, Texas on October 18th through the 25th. Man, there is a lot of stuff happening in the fall, y'all. Look how many cruises is that leaving out in October or November, you know? And oddly enough, I don't see one for the summer. If somebody knows, and it feels like I'm missing one, y'all. But anyway, Scotty J, that one is an open group cruise. Okay, 2026, Eddie's Booze Cruise 4.0. I may possibly get on that. We'll see how it goes. October 31st of 2026 on the NCL Viva. This is the one Lucia said this morning that they have signed up for too. So far, a lot of people going on this cruise out of Galveston, Texas. We'll see how it goes. It's a little bit of change on NCL Viva. Okay. We'll see how it goes, y'all. I'm kind of waiting to see how the stock goes before I start booking anything, close to now. Scotty J Travels, Carnival Magic, March 15th of 2026. 7 nights. Is it 7 nights, Scotty? That's what I meant to ask you, dear. Out of Miami. Carnival Magic. That seems to be a favorite of a lot of people who are Carnival fans. I'm kind of curious now. I don't know if I told you guys this. The last Carnival cruise ship, I finally looked it up that I was on was the Victory. The Victory? Is it still around? And that was out of San Juan, Puerto Rico for the Southern Caribbean. It was an awesome cruise. I really don't remember that much about the ship. And that's probably because we stopped in a new spot every day. So, when you have that kind of cruise, you really don't spend a lot of time on the ship. So just tell me, is that a 7-nighter, Scott? And then I can fill that in. Bruce, of Ocean to Ocean, the ABC cruise, April 11th of 2026 on the Carnival Horizon. Now, I have heard about the Carnival Horizon because I've had several clients go on that ship. Everybody seems to have enjoyed that ship. So I think it's a good ship. Out of Miami, Florida. ABC is Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. And it's going to be a very creator heavy ship. So, I know that Sea Lake Journeys and Bruce and them, obviously, and I guess, Bruce, you can tell me the rest of the people are going, but there's a lot of people that are going on that cruise. So there you go. Life with Tanisha RN is hosting the Star of the Seas, the biggest ship in the world, October 25th of 2026. This is by Royal Caribbean. It is the sister ship of the Icon class of ships. It's a 7-day out of Port Canaveral. And that's the key thing. The Icon is out of Miami. The Star of Seas is going to be out of Port Canaveral, like Utopia of the Seas. Port Canaveral is becoming the biggest cruise port, oddly enough. Now, how did that happen? Okay. If you've ever been to Port Canaveral, it is not like Miami, and that's a good thing. Okay, Miami is just a cluster blank. Okay, that's but anyway, Star of the Seas. Eddie Lugo has a cruise, a non-group cruise on the MSC Seaside, June 1st of 2026 for his 20th anniversary. Him and Alice are celebrating 20 years. That's out of Miami, Florida. Everybody is going just to bug them. And then we also are mentioning the March 6th through 8th Helen meetup 2026. Darian said, be there just come and hang out with the rest of the community, because a large percentage of our community is in the southern part of the United States. I don't know if you know that, but a lot of them come here too. So we're thinking, that's going to be a pretty big meetup. Now, the only person who's really far out are the people way above us and the way to the west, like Scott. But, Scott doesn't mind. He'll fly over, right, Scott? I'm just volunteering him. Speaking of Scott and volunteering him, the cruise that I'm trying to book for 2027 right now is the Carnival Celebration, leaving on Valentine's Day of 2027. It's a non-group. You can actually book it through a TA in this community. There are so many. And it's leaving out of Miami. Scott's going to be on there. We're going to be on there. When I say we, I'm talking about me and Jorge. Carnival Cruise Addicts is going to be on there, and probably some other people that I don't even know about. If you're going on this cruise, let me know. Okay, I'll give you a shout out. Now, 2027, I didn't write any other cruises because I haven't heard. I've heard there are some, but I haven't heard from the creators, and I don't want to assume that they want me announcing these cruises to everybody every day. I announce this every day, y'all. This is free advertising for TAs right now. I am advertising cruises for our group every day. I don't have the fancy, videos that they do for commercials. I saw Jeremy and Cheryl's today, and I was thinking, wow, that's kind of cool. If I add to this list at all, I'm going to try and come up with a commercial for my cruise, because I think that's a great idea. What a way to get people excited, right? So let's go back to the chat now that we have finished the group cruise thing. And where did I leave off? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Billy J claiming that Scotty J Travels is following him. And Ron saying, Bruce, are you all getting excited yet? And he's talking probably, I'm guessing, about the ABC cruise, unless there's another cruise I don't know about. Billy said, don't wet yourself, Ron. Y'all say some weird stuff to each other. Yeah. Ron said, LOL, well, dang. That's funny. Okay, thank you, you guys. I see some more thumbs up. Thank you for liking the chat. Yeah, thank you so much. Angie, coffee. Oh, you're having coffee right now. I know. I made some really good coffee today, Angie. I don't know what I did. Some reason it tasted better, and I was sitting there thinking about it. I said, maybe I stopped using cream and I started using Fairlife, the protein milk or whatever it's called. And I think it actually tasted better with the Fairlife. So there you go. How we cruise. I think this is the first time you've been to this chat. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Oh, hello. How is everyone passing through on another busy day? Oh, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate that. So, hello. We are a very loving community. If you want to show people your link, all you got to do is type #grow, and it will show, Nightbot will show your link, and the people who haven't connected to you, I mean, a lot of the people here and there are some people you may not know, but hi, welcome in, Kathy Mills. I'll be on the April 26th. Oh, Kathy, I'm writing you down, okay? She's going to be on there too. A lot of important people are going to be on that cruise. I'll be on the April 26th ABC and you group cruise. Come join us. Can't do 4.0 because I'll be doing a 14-day transatlantic. Wow, transatlantic. That's a long cruise, y'all. The 14 days, that's a half a month. I would love to do that. My husband, when I say transatlantic to him, he looks at me like, you mean like over the ocean? I mean, yeah. No, he isn't much for long anything. He doesn't like 8-day cruises, y'all. So he's hard. When it comes to me traveling, I tell you guys, he's what keeps me grounded, literally. He doesn't like to do a lot of stuff. Now, myself, if it was up to me, girl, I'd be on transatlantic, trans-Pacifics. I'd be going to Asia like Lucia. That would be me. The Fam Adventures. Hello, how are we cruise? Yes. Captain Billy J. A week of drinking. Curacao in Curacao. I did have a Curacao drink while we were in Curacao because I was determined. And I've got a picture of that. One of these days I'll show it to y'all. But yeah, it was good too, y'all. It was at the Mambo Beach that I ordered it. Mambo Beach. Loved it. Okay, you can see you got me off. Cheers. You got me off subject again. Ron, Billy, I can't recall. Are you doing ABC with us? Ron's on ABC. Wow. Okay. This list is getting bigger and bigger. Okay. A week of drinking. Yes. Howie Cruz. Hey there, DeFam. Lucy's World showing me more emojis. I can't see real good, girlfriend. I don't even know what that says, but I know it has to do with your pain, probably. Or maybe you're saying hello. I don't know. I can't see that good. That's sad, right? Ocean to ocean. We are, Ron. We are excited. That's what he's talking about. Billy J. Travels. Ron, no, I am not yet. Nothing planned yet for 2026. I need to start planning. You and me both, Billy. I don't know. I need to plan. I think planning cruises is one of the most wonderful things because you have something to look forward to in this life. You need something to look forward to, you guys. I love planning vacations. And I hate planning stuff for everybody else and not planning something for me. I mean, I love, being able to plan other people's vacations because that's so awesome when you can help people have fun. But if I don't have anything planned, it just bums me out. It bums me out because all I keep thinking about is, boy, I really would love to do that. I really would love to go somewhere. Ron said it's going to be a blast. Bruce on Ocean Travel says, I am the TA for the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise also. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, Ocean to Ocean. I'm so glad you told me that, sweetie, because I've been announcing that every day. Travel. Okay. And I'll put TA. Thank you, Bruce. Ron says, hello, Lucy. Captain says, I know, Bruce. I know. I'll think about it. Howie Cruz says, we have a summer 2025. You do? Okay. Well, let's put that down. Okay. Howie Cruz. They have a summer. They have a summer one. So this is a group cruise, or you just have a summer vacation, summer 2025 sunrise out of Miami. Sunrise out of Miami. And sunrise is Carnival, right? I'm thinking. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what are the dates? Let's see. November. No, that's not. I'm going too far. July 12th. It's a 5-night. Okay. Thank you, dear. See, we have a summer cruise. I love that. Okay. Just in case somebody decides they want to do something a little bit earlier than the rest of the cruises, that's pretty cool. Captain says, I'm thinking about rock and roll, yet haven't pulled the trigger yet. A lot of people are going on the rock and roll cruise. I mean, rock and roll tribute cruise, that's pretty awesome. Plus, it's for helping hands. Okay, so awesome. The Bud File. Sue, morning people bringing in the sunshine. We got some sunshine, but it is freezing here, y'all. It's 31 degrees was the last thing I saw. Hopefully, we're going up the thermostat. Whatever. Hope we're going up because it is just too cold. How we cruise. We also have November MSC out of Brooklyn. Is that this year? November 2nd through 9th. Okay. And that is a group cruise. We also have November MSC. I don't know if you're telling me that's a group cruise or you're just doing that. So let me know. Is that a group cruise? Just let me know. The Bud Files. Hi, Ocean. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. There's Floaty Bodie. Girl, get some sleep. Come on, Billy J. That's what Scott said. Scott's going on. He's going on what? He's going on the ABC cruise or the Helping for Hands cruise. Well, Scott, let me know. Yes, I am. Yes, you are what? Anyway, hi to fam. Hi, Floaty Boaty. The Unmatched, Unhinged, Ungrouped cruise, February 14th. Yes, we are going to be on that cruise, okay? Because it's the day of love, the cruise of love on the day of love, Valentine's Day in 2027, okay? Kathy Mills, share the ports for the February 2027 celebration cruise, please. I know she's talking to you, Scott, because I have no idea. All I know is one of the ports is the Celebration Key. I'm excited about that. We're going to be on the celebration at the Celebration Key, the new private island situation that Carnival has. So by that time, it won't be so new, but still, I like that. You know, I'm always on the Royal Caribbean cruises. So I see a lot of Coco K. I said, I need to see some other stuff. I did go to the one for MSC one time. That one was pretty cool. I like that one. As far as private islands, I really haven't been on very many of them, but you know, that's a couple. So the Unmatched, Unhinged, Ungrouped cruise. Thank you. That's the name of it. Is that what you're calling it, sweetie? Is the Unmatched, Unhinged, the Unmatched, Unhinged? I looked at the celebration. That's pretty exciting. I can't wait. Kathy Mills, share the ports. Kathy said, share the port, Scott. Okay. We're going to go down a little bit here. Okay, there. He did it. Scott said, celebration is Miami, Nassau, Half Moon Cay, Sea Day, Amber Cove, Sea Day, Celebration Key. Okay, what is Half Moon Cay? What is that? I know what Amber Cove is. See, I'm not familiar, y'all. Half Moon Cay. Is that another private island? I mean, how many private islands does Carnival have? Billy J said, Bruce, I do have some decent casino cruise deals for ABC. Are you able to take those? Good question there. I've always wondered that question. And then Bruce said something but retracted it. So who said 2037? Was it me? 2027. I'm sorry. Did I say 2037? I wouldn't be surprised. Bruce says we have a group cruise on the NCL Encore February 28th. Okay. I'm going to have to come back to this and write all this down because I don't want, to spend too much time looking at my paper instead of talking to y'all. But I'm glad to know that, Bruce. Ocean to Ocean, NCL, February 28th. What ship is that? And what port is that? Okay. It was that gummy, LOL. Hey, but I am wide awake today, okay? I have no excuse. I did sleep so good, Angie. I really did. Yeah. Nothing like a magic gummy, right? Bruce says, give me a call, Billy. Okay. You guys are going to handle that part. That's good. Okay. Please remember to like the chat. Nightbot said. Ron says, okay, headed back to work. Y'all have a great day. Oh, yeah. It's getting close, isn't it? Heading back to work. Y'all have a great day. Billy J said, thank you, by the way, Ron, for coming in on your break. Okay, Bruce, I'll get a hold of you in the next week or so. Bruce says we have 15 cabins so far on the ABC group cruise. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Ocean to Oceans travel. Okay, I will be on World America next week. Well, good. Let's see, next week. How did you do that? Look, as a TA, it really hurts my feelings when people get to do other stuff that I didn't get to do. I think I'm going to have to get a new host. I really do. But anyway, don't get me started on all that. But yeah, so I know Ryan is also going to be on World America. So now I'm wondering how you guys got those early entries. let me know. Sunrise is a group, Howie Cruz says. Okay. Oh, that's good. I put it on here. And Sunrise is Carnival, right? I'm assuming out of Miami. Okay. Yes, Carnival. Okay, thank you. Uh, Billy says, I'll get a hold of you after your cruise, Bruce. Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Hey, hi. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. We're excited that you came. Uh, we are Connect and Grow Chat. So if you are a creator, which it seems like you might be, type hashtag grow, GROW, and show us your link so that we can connect with you. Hello, welcome. Howie Cruz. Sorry, yes, MSC Mergvilla out of New York, 7-night group cruise. Is that the one that we were working on? Okay, now I'm totally confused. We have cabins available at a great rate, around $1,800, double occupancy for balcony, includes drinks and Wi-Fi, no gratuities, not gratuities, does not include gratuities, but includes drinks and Wi-Fi. And that's a chunk of money right there, right? Includes drinks. November 2nd to the 9th of 2025. Yeah, that's the one that I didn't write down. Okay. I will write all that down later. I'm going to look at Nightbot at the activity log because right now I gotta say a lot of stuff before we get off here. We leave at 11, y'all. Who is your host? Oh, I skipped something. Lots of great people already booked on that. Perfect time to sell out of New York. Who is my host? Travel Planners International. Yeah. And they're going through some crazy stuff right now, changing some apps, and I don't know. But I can't complain. They pay me good for what I do, and I'm only part-time. I try not to do too much travel because honestly, I became a travel agent for me. But I somehow ended up being a full-time travel agent this last couple of years. Ooh, I was up to 1 o'clock last year doing wave stuff. The wave just took me out like a wave, okay? But and I do group cruises, so there you go. But I was like, okay, I don't have enough time to spend on my YouTube, y'all, and I'm trying my best to get monetized. It's a lot of stuff. So even though I'm not real happy with my host at the moment because I really feel like I feel like I could do better. TPI is great. We are outside agents. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, how TPI is great. We are outside agents. Well, feel free to connect with my Facebook group. I love Foodie Vacations is what it's called. And there's the link. And you can share vacation videos on there as long as they're vacation videos. I would suggest doing a short because people on Facebook do not normally watch vlogs. That's why they're on Facebook. So, you want to get them to your channel. Be sure to put the related video in the short. And that's what I would advise because that's what I'm finding is more successful than anything else that I have put on that group. The group is a vacation group. And they do like watching vacation videos, but not very long. So if you have a short vacation video, that's perfect. And, that's pretty much all I had to say today, you guys. We got a lot of group stuff done today, and we have definitely added on some other choices. So that's good. I'm going to go back into the activity log and put in the information. I'm finding out that people are on cruises that I want to meet. So this is getting more and more exciting to me. I mean, going on any cruise with a friend, and all of y'all on these cruises are friends now. So that's exciting enough. But when you get a chance to meet more people in the community, that's really exciting. So there you go. So we might do the ABC cruise, Bruce. I don't know. I mean, I will be honest with you. I want to go back to Curacao, but I want to go there for a little bit longer. But, a cruise to Aruba and Bonaire is not bad anyway. You look at it with a bunch of people I know. So there you go. In April, Oh, yeah. The only bad news is, yeah, my husband works during Derby Festival, like right now. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll look at it. Please remember to click the like button as you leave, y'all, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming by. I'm here every day from 10 until 11, talking about group cruises, talking about YouTube, just talking. We always have a good chat here. So thank you guys for coming. I will check you tomorrow on Hump Day. Thank goodness for Hump Day, y'all. Oh, talk to you later, sweetie.